my dear students. My name is Rupa. I am going to handle computer science subject for you. Today I am going to explain the data structure chapter. Okay, this is very important chapter. From this chapter you will get 14 marks. 14 marks. 1 mark question 1 you will get 1. 3 mark question 1 and 5 mark question 2. So this is very important chapter. Just you have to know the concept. Suppose if you go for higher studies also, it's just like a basic for you. Now we'll move on to the syllabus. What is mean by data structure? Okay, before going into what is mean by data structure, first we have to know what is mean by data. I can call a data, it is a collection of raw facts. Data is a collection of raw facts and that can be processed to form a meaningful information. Okay, data I am calling as what? Raw facts that can be processed to form a meaningful information. What is mean by raw facts? Okay, any data that is not processed to get an exact meaning. Okay, any data that is not being processed to form an exact meaning. Okay, like see, raw facts may be either your figures or pictures or any other files or statistics, anything it may be. Okay, any file or any figures that is not processed, we are calling as what? Raw facts. So I can call a data, it is a collection of raw facts to form a meaningful information. We are calling as what? Data. And the data, it supports either single set of value or group of values. Okay, data it supports single set or group of values. What is mean by single set or group of values? Means the data it supports either a single kind of data or multiple kind of data. So example, I am going to take student name. Okay, this is for group of data. Student name. So in this student name has been divided into 3 parts. That is first name, last name, first name, middle name and last name. Okay, suppose I am going to take a name like Radha, Krishna, initial like L. Okay, so the name I have taken Radha Krishna L. So that the first name will be your Radha, middle name will be Krishna and the last name will be the initial L. So here the name will be divided into 3 parts so that I can call it is a group of value. Group of value or group of information. Okay, and one more example I will take. Student register number. Student register number. Each student is having only one register number. Okay, any student you can take. Student contains only one register number. So this is what your single set of values. Single set of values. So the data it supports either single information or group of information and these will be processed to form an information. Either it may be a single data or it may be a group of data that will be processed to form a meaningful information. Okay, clear with this one? Data means it is a collection of raw facts. What is mean by raw facts means which is not processed to form a exact meaning. Okay, and this raw facts will be processed to get an exact meaning. We are calling as what? Data. And the data it supports single value or group of values. And this is an example for what? Group of value and single value of data. And next, what is mean by structure? Okay, any data you can take that will be arranged in some format. Okay, see, any data that is arranged in an order we are calling as what? Structure. Suppose if you take an example for dictionary. Dictionary it is one of the example for what? Data structure. If I want to search an alphabet from C, okay, like if I want to know the meaning of computer Okay, I can go directly with the C alphabet, then I can search a meaning for computer. No need to search from the beginning. Why? Because the data that is arranged in order, like it will be organized and well structured. Okay, no need to search from the beginning. If the data is not arranged in a structured format, what will happen? It will take more time to search. Okay, suppose if consider a dictionary. If the data is not arranged in an order, what will happen? It will take more time to search. But data structure means whatever the data you are having, that is having some specialized format. Okay, specialized format. According to that format, the data will be arranged. So what is mean by data structure means data structure, it is a specialized format of organizing and storing the data. It is a specialized format of organizing and storing the data. We are calling as what? Data structure. Format of what? Data structure. So what is the use of the data structure means? See, the data structure, it is mainly used to manage large amount of data. The first point, it is mainly used to manage large amount of data. And the second one is, with the help of this data structure, we can design an effective algorithms. Effective algorithms. So with the help of this data structure, you can handle or you can manage a large amount of data. And the second one, with the help of this one, you can design what? An effective algorithms. You can write a good and effective algorithm with the help of this concept. And the next, these and all the basics things of what? Data structure. Next we'll move on to what? Data structure classification. Next one is what? Data structure classification. See, the data structure classification. The data structure has been divided into two parts. The first one is what? Primitive. Primitive data structure. And the second one is what? Non-primitive data structure. Okay. See, data structure means it is a specialized format of organizing and storing the data. We are calling as what? Data structure. And it will be divided into two parts, that is primitive data structure and non-primitive data structure. What is mean by primitive data structure? Primitive data structure is a data structure which is directly operated by machine level instructions. Okay, see, whatever the data you are going to process, everything that is done by what? Your machine instructions. Depends upon machine level instructions, it going to perform the task. And everything that is depends on what? Machine level instructions. So, what and all the primitive data structure? That is what? Integer. The first one is what? Integer. Second one is what? Float. And third one is character. And fourth one is what? Pointer. So as you know, I think you have learned what basic data types. First one is what? Integer. Integer supports only for integer numbers, and it supports whatever the data you are going to store with the help of integer. It supports up to 2 bytes of memory. Whenever you are using integer data type, it will allocate 2 bytes of memory, and it supports only for numbers like 25, 35, 100, 20 without any decimal point. Whatever the integer number you take, everything that will be supported by integer. The next one is what? Float. Float. Okay, float type, it supports for what? Fractional or decimal value, like anything you can take, like 12.8, 52.11. Okay, any value with decimal or fraction value like 33.7 Okay, for this type of numbers you have to use what? Float. But this float data type, it supports 4 bytes of memory. Whenever you're using float data type, it allocates 4 bytes of memory, and it supports only for decimal or fraction values. And the next one is what? Character data type. Character data type, it supports for characters, like suppose I am taking an alphabet as B. Okay, see, this is not a character. Okay, it is an alphabet. I want to make this one as a character, so that you have to use what? Single quotes. Okay, any character followed by single quotes we are calling as what? Character. And it allocates 1 byte of memory. The character, it allocates what? 1 byte of memory. When you are going to call as a character, means any character that is enclosed within a single quotes we are calling as what? Character. And the last one is what? Pointer. What is mean by pointer? Means it is a variable which stores the address of another variable. Okay, pointer means it is a variable which stores the address of another variable we are calling as what? Pointer. And in detail concept about the pointer we'll discuss in next coming chapters. Okay, now we have to know what is mean by pointer. Pointer means it stores the address of what? Another variable.